The images are haunting enough. Now an audio tape obtained by the New York Daily News.
Oh my God! World Trade Center.
During the attacks on September 11th, an FBI informant was across the street from the World Trade Center having breakfast. He was wearing a wire. That's FBI informant Stephen McArdle. He saw the first plane hit. He, like so many others, saw victims fall to their deaths. They all watched in disbelief as a second plane hit. After nearly 90 minutes, the tape goes silent. FBI informant Stephen McArdle survived. When the day started, McArdle was simply part of an FBI sting operation. By the end, he was a part of history. For The Early Show, Byron Pitts, CBS News, New York.
We've got a very dramatic audio timeline of the morning of September 11th. Some of these audio tapes became declassified just last year. Combined with what was previously released, these tapes offer perhaps the most dramatic timeline of the moments the hijackings were taking place. We hear voices of people on the front lines, including a flight attendant on board a hijacked plane. We're going to start with her. Betty Ong. She was on board American Airlines Flight 11 at 8:19 a.m. Eastern Time. This is just about 27 minutes before that flight hit the North Tower of the World Trade Center. She called her colleagues on the ground. This is the first time that anyone outside those planes finds out what's going on. Let's listen to Betty Ong.
The cockpit's not answering. Somebody's stabbed in business class. And I think there's mace that we can't breathe. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked.
Just 5 minutes later at 8:24 a.m. Eastern Time, just 22 minutes before impact on the North Tower, you hear the haunting voice of the lead hijacker, Mohammed Atta. Boston Air Traffic Control picks up his voice in the cockpit as he's talking to the passengers. Listen to Mohammed Atta.
Is that American 11 trying to call?
Buddy, we have some planes. Just stay quiet and you'll be okay. We're turning to the airport.
And who's trying to call me here? American 11, are you trying to call?
Nobody move. Everything will be okay. If you try to make any move, you'll danger yourself and the airplane. Just stay quiet.
Just incredible to hear the voice of the lead hijacker, Mohammed Atta. Now, just over half an hour later, at 9:02 a.m. Eastern Time, air traffic controllers trying to figure out what's going on with the second plane. This is United Airlines Flight 175. Follow the purple track here. It has already looped south of New York, heading north toward the South Tower of the World Trade Center, and two air traffic controllers practically narrate the impact. Take a listen.
Hey, can you look out your window right now? Yeah. Can you see a guy at about 4,000 feet, about 5 east of the airport right now? Looks like he's...
Yeah, I see him.
You see a guy, look, is he descending for the building also?
He's descending really quick, too, yeah.
Well, that's
2,500 feet now. He just dropped 800 feet in like one sweep.
That's another situation. What kind of airplane is that? Can you guys tell?
I don't know. I'll read it out in a minute. Another one just hit the building.
Wow. Wow. Another one hit it hard. Another one just hit the World Trade.
The whole building just came apart.
Holy smokes.
Take you forward to just about a half hour later, 9:28 a.m. Eastern Time. You've got air traffic control trying to track United Airlines Flight 93. Cleveland Air Traffic Control is trying to get another flight, American Airlines Flight 1060, to help find Flight 93. But that Cleveland controller picks up some audio from inside Flight 93. If you listen carefully, you can hear people screaming. And listen very carefully, you'll hear someone seemingly saying, "We're all going to die in here." Listen.
That's American 1060.
And of course, just minutes later, that plane hits the ground in southern Pennsylvania in the town of Shanksville. The Rutgers University Law Review has released some of this material. To hear some of these haunting audio tapes and other unforgettable moments, including stories that you've not heard before, tune into CNN's documentary Footnotes of 9/11 with Drew Griffin, Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on CNN. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.